For 3.2.6, you've got to be able to set, remove and use tabs of the different types: left, center, right and decimal. So the tabs are the keyboard on the left hand side, around about the caps lock. You can see it's labelled tab, or it's got a double-headed arrow. And these are a way of lining things vertically down the page. Where do we find them? Well, as it's to do with how we arrange text on a page, you might be thinking page layout. But remember, text is also in the Home tab in the font and paragraph sections. And tabs are hidden in the paragraph section. It's not one of the tools you can hover over. You have to use what I call the little trapdoor here. And then it's a little bit hidden. You see all this text at the top here, and that's where you start to look. We tend to ignore these bits down the bottom because that's almost like a bit of the furniture. You don't notice it. But tabs are here. Now I've made one little mistake, and that is I've not highlighted the text that I needed to do. So I'm going to cancel that and go back, and this is the paragraph that they want me to apply the tabs to. So I'm going to highlight that first and then go through my trapdoor and click on the tabs button. Now another thing that catches people out with this is in the question you quite often see something that's got 1.5 centimeters or any number of centimeters, and they see the centimeter here and they just change that and think that they've answered the question. But this is a default. It is not a left, a right or a decimal. So unless it asks you to change the default, ignore that. This is the bit where you put your tabs, the ones you've been asked to put in. And so in this kind of question, if I want to set a left tab at 1.5, I'd go in here and type 1.5. 1.5. And then we set it to a left, it already is, and set that, and it jumps into the tab stock positions. The next one is a 5.5, and this one I want to be a right tab. And then lastly, a decimal tab at 8. Oops, I forgot to set that. Let's set that. And then the 8 goes in, and this is going to be a decimal tab. Yeah. Now I've missed out the center, but you can see they're all exactly the same style. And now we click OK. Now because of how we've set this up, can you see that we've got our students, and then our scores, and then our averages. Now that's not quite sorted out quite rightly, because actually I want the scores one further over. So actually what I'm going to do here is press the tab key again, and then on the next line the same thing. And what you should see is this is where I'm making a difference. You see how these numbers are lined up? That's not how we'd line numbers up. We'd expect the units to be in the line. But because I set this tab to be a right tab, you see now how the units are lining up properly. This one we set to be a decimal tab, and again, can you see the decimal point being lined up properly? So the tabs in the paragraph toolbar, and then find the tab section, making sure, unless it tells you to do anything with the default, you ignore this part and you set your centimeter tabs over on the left hand side.